Hey, what's going on, guys? Juicy's here, and we're playing Deadlock. Yo, if you don't have this game, get access. All I think about now is playing this game. This game is so much fun. No glaze. Alright, so we're playing one of my favorite characters currently, and that's Flubber Jr. here. He is pretty fun. Viscous is, I think, a very powerful laner. Lots of poke, lots of sustain, and lots of support for yourself or your teammates. As you can see, I'm just hyper aggressive here, and I really just want to focus on some early game laning strategies. This guy just gets annihilated by me, doesn't see me right behind him. I get him with the charge and melee, and then the Q right after for some insane burst. But I'm able to do this because honestly, there's two characters I feel like aren't too strong as a level 1 and level 2 as Viscous. You get some decent damage with the Q. You have range, which the gun is probably the worst part of his kit. The gun is not the best, slow projectiles. And then you have the Puddle Punch. You can knock people out of cover or knock them towards your team, towards your laners, or just towards yourself. And then you have the Cube, which provides healing and invulnerability for some time there. So what my laner is doing is on the side, he's just doing some poke damage as well as getting CS. I'm in the middle trying to harass them as much as possible. And as you can see there, Last tried to go in, but just gets decimated. I think for early game, I've been using the, it's probably the #1 public build right now. I've been finding a lot of success with it, but I'm going to start branching out and trying to experiment with other things. I feel like early mid-game, the build path is nice, where you get nice chunk damage on other players, but towards late game, that chunk damage seems to fall off for me, especially if you're not super ahead. If you're just even with everyone else, you're gonna have a hard time getting some kills. So I'm thinking maybe focusing a little bit less on the actual spirit damage and maybe trying to upgrade the gun, or just going a little bit more tank and support-ish to support the team, which I will probably in a future video just explain a build that I probably come up with. Hopefully we get that going. But definitely you want to be hitting those camps that are next to your lane so that you can maximize the amount of souls you're getting to basically get those items quicker and push your leads. My laner is doing a great job of harassing, and I'm just there trying to support, trying to pay attention. So what I'm trying to do here is puddle punch the enemy if they're on a slope towards me, and you can do that if you place it a certain way where one of the edges, I'd say, of the circle is where it hits. If you hit them in the middle of the puddle punch, it'll hit, knock them straight up, right? But if they're on a slant and you can place it in a certain angle or position rather, it'll knock them towards you. Another thing you can do is just place it on walls that they're standing like close to, that's behind them, and it'll push them forward to try to knock them back into you and your team. I'm just trying to harass them as much as possible because they can't push up. They don't really know how to deal with all this poke that I'm sending out. And if Last jumps on me, I have my Q to either dodge damage or just heal up and just delay the fight. I can use that for myself, but I kind of like to try to save it for my laner if I have one in my lane to protect them and make sure that they don't die. What also you can do is just bait out people if you're low and you're under your tower. They try to dive you, you can just instantly pop it on yourself or your laner, and you should be good to go. Here he gets caught out by a wall, and I just save him with the cube. So get out of jail free card with this character. Make sure that you're always hitting those boxes to try to get those extra passive buffs. And then I always like to get extra items there for additional sustain and lane. So theoretically, I should not be leaving lane as long as I'm staying behind my flag minions like this. Trying to protect the flag minion as much as possible. It's going to be healing me. But I have this other item that allows me to heal on melee hits, and your Puddle Punch is considered light melee. So I'm healing about like 100 health every time I hit it. I think the duration is like 6-8 seconds. I'm not really sure. You can correct me on that. But every so often I'm healing with my melees either on a minion or on an enemy. Very nice sustain. Lash is trying to go in for some reason when we're pretty much ahead. I missed the Q there, but we get a double punch while he's sleeping. The double sleeper knockout. We were laughing about that. That was pretty funny. We're doing our best here to try and just keep pushing our lead so that we can start to roam. Right? If you've played any other MOBAs like Smite or League, kind of functions the same way, where you want to just capitalize on the leads that you have. Nice wall by the enemy there to just block us off from getting any damage on him or the turret. But it doesn't last too long, and we keep going. Lash is back, so we push back a bit. He jumps on me, he slept, but I get a nice charge punch on him along with a pummel, sending him up into the air. He's chunked already for a bunch of damage. He went in, and now he has to either heal up or go back. And we just rinse and repeat here. My laner is trying to get angles on the left. I'm always there to support him, to heal him if he gets too low, if he misplays. And I'm just getting crazy splatter damage. Double jumping from the back so I can lob my splatter in the appropriate direction. And also to just displace them out of cover with my Puddle Punch. And we're just trying to push the lane and get out, you know? That's basically it. What I'm doing here is sliding backwards because you get infinite ammo while you're sliding on the slope here, right? So it increases my clip just a bit. And then just like that, we win the lane. We're pushing up a little bit more here. My laner ults, but I don't want to cube him just yet, just in case he gets damage off that's necessary. I was trying to save it for him just in case he was just about to die, but we were good on that. And I just finish out the whole line there on the public build. If you haven't tried Viscous or this build at all, just give it a try. Pretty fun. I cube him here to heal him up because he was pretty low and he didn't want to go back. And we weren't probably going to need it anytime soon, so. And now we're going to go gank our side lane. We're going to go to blue. We see them pushed up on the map. And I get a nice knock up with a Q mid-air. Just destroying the 7. The 7 didn't even know what hit him. This guy doesn't even know what's going on either. Punch into the Puddle Punch. The double combo. I missed another charge melee there. He would have died probably off of that, but it's fine. Bebop comes low, just gets deleted. And then I continue to chase this guy. Missed the Puddle Punch, but shoot him with the Mystic Shot. And just like that, we're 6-0. We have this guy on us as well. Doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, it's just a diff, to be honest. Feel bad for these guys. If you see here, as soon as I get those kills, though, I am still farming. I'm going for these camps because I'm right next to it. Going for these boxes, getting into passive buffs. Bebop comes back again. I cube him so that I cube my teammate so that the bomb doesn't do any damage. But when I look back at it, this Bebop doesn't do any damage, so the cube was probably unnecessary. Maybe I just did it to steal the kill. Abrams flies into the air, just dies. Pretty funny. We got about 3k gold. Well, not gold, I'm thinking league. 3k souls here, and I'm still farming, okay? I should probably go buy, which I think I do. I don't really remember too much. I hope I do. Pushing out the lane. I think I go buy right after this. Nope, I think I go for another camp. I'm just greedy. What's cool about the splatter there, once you get to level 5, I recommend getting the splatter to level 5, that's your ability 1, because it adds the extra bounces. So it can bounce 2 extra times, so just 3 iterations of damage. Definitely ups your damage a lot, especially if you get hit at least 2 of the bounces. And what you can do for that is just aim towards the legs of someone in front of you. The initial splatter will do damage, and then it will go through them, hitting them for a second time, increasing the damage. I think that's just about it for the laning. After that, we just continue to stomp. I just wanted to touch up on Viscous and laning early game. Really enjoying the character. If you're enjoying Viscous too, or whoever your favorite character is, just be sure to let me know in the comments below. If you're enjoying the game, if you need a code, find someone with it, add them on Steam, and they'll send you one. There's plenty of people sharing codes. All you gotta do is to be friends with someone on Steam to share the code, and this game is becoming very, very popular for a good reason, because it is very, very fun. I think that's gonna be it for the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit me with that sub and hit that notification bell so you know exactly when I'm posting, when I'm going live. Gonna be playing this religiously. This is my favorite game out right now. Yeah, I hope to create some builds for y'all, some more content for y'all. Any other recommendations on videos, let me know. And I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.